Hi folks, how's it going? I finally got my microscope. I ordered this one from Microscope. They sell it on eBay. But first, I'm going to show you my do-it-yourself vise stand. So if you want to make something like that, just see what I have and you can use the same principle. So what I have here is square steel construction steel, and just four legs welded to this primary steel, and on the inside there's a smaller square that fits into this bigger one. And you can see I have two nuts. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I have two nuts welded to this stand, and here are two screws that have a steel rod welded to them, so I can unscrew them. I'm not gonna unscrew both of these because this might come down, but anyway, one would be sufficient enough, but I have two just so that I don't know. I just got two, but you can use one of these. Also, I have these two pulleys from way back that I have a project I was working on, and I bought these two pulleys, but didn't know how I can use them. But now they come in handy because show you. So I have the smaller pulley welded to this steel square, and there's a hole in the middle, and this pin goes into that hole, and here's the bigger pulley. What I did is I used the kitchen. This is kind of a meat cutter wood desk, and it's on the bigger pulley. Just use the hot glue all around, and it's pretty sturdy. It doesn't move. I just had to make sure that I glued it in the center of where the pin is, so when it rotates, it's in the middle. So this thing has to be in the middle of rotation. Anyway, I've marked two circles on the outside, so that when I have this circle centered under the microscope, then I know where to put my vise approximately. You do move the vise once you're engraving, but this is just to I don't know, I just have it like that. This groove here on the outside is pretty cool because the little chips that you're engraving flies down, and you can just put them in this groove, and then you can vacuum it out if you wanna. Anyway, if you don't want chips to be flying all over the floor. So that's the graver stand. You can do it with the steel plate. You can do it however you like it. This is just my way of doing it. I spent €6 for the square steel, and just got a family friend who welded this for me, and basically it's a $10 project. I also bought this for €2, this desk. So basically it's not very expensive. So what I do is I can position this under the scope like that. I have cotton pads on the floor so I don't scratch the hardwood. So yeah, that's what I use to position it under the microscope. I can have it lower or higher, so that once I got my microscope fixed to the height, and when I'm sitting on the chair and I'm looking through the scope, basically it's every time it's the same position, so it's comfortable for my back and my neck, and I can lower or adjust the vise stand upper and lower. So so that I don't move my back. And so that's about it. This microscope is I don't know the exact model, but it's anyway, it's 400X model. X stands for you get 5 times and 10 times magnification eyepieces. I'm pretty happy with this one. I'm really happy I bought it. At first I was skeptical about this kind of microscopes because they're kind of cheap and well, I don't know what to get, but I just had to get a microscope. And let me say I'm pretty happy. I'm really happy to bought this microscope because it was, I think it was 200, almost 300 euros, and that I can afford. And I'm happy I didn't go with much expensive versions of microscopes because that's pretty much what I need. I don't need anything more expensive or whatever. So this is sufficient. I have a LED light here, but most of the time I'm using just this this lamp here, which also has a LED bulb in it, and I can position it any way I want to. And I found out that this light is enough, because if I have too much light shining in the steel that I'm engraving, it's kind of like looking into the sun for too long. So that's about it. What else? Yeah, let me put this into the... So from now on, I'm going to like position my vise on top of this stand, like that, and I'll be using this turntable to spin the vise, and I can zoom in and I can have all of you look at it, what I'm doing, without me having to look through the camera. And now I can look through the scope and engrave, so hopefully you'll get better images this time. Yeah, what else? It took me some time to adjust the microscope. I didn't know how to adjust these eyepieces, and so basically I got it figured out now. The first day I was using it wrong, because this thing can twist and adjust, and I'm using contact lenses. So the first day I had a little bit of trouble with my eyes because I was feeling kind of dizzy. I didn't engrave for too long, but I was using it for some time, and my eyes kind of hurt because I didn't adjust the eyepiece and everything like I'm supposed to. And now I've got this figured out, and I'm really happy with this microscope. So yeah. What else? So yeah, this is what I'm using right now. Hopefully I can make better videos for you guys now, and I can definitely improve my engraving skills and details, because the image through the scope is really awesome, and you get to see a lot. So anyway, just a quick video to show you what I have and how I'm gonna be using this. So this is how I do it, looking through the scope and engraving like that. So I'll be engraving like this and looking through the scope, and the camera is gonna be sitting in this selfie stick. And yeah, so if you have any more questions, if you have any tips for me or anything, you can let me know. And if not, enjoy engraving, and I'll see you in the next video.